Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here, and welcome to another series I'm going to be starting. Too many series, Flimsy. This one is going to be called Your Battle, My Take. Just being simple and personal in the sense of putting focus on you as the player, and then me giving insight on your battle. So welcome to today's start, being episode 1, where we have Sleepy Salmon with us today in the ADF clan. Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here, and welcome to World of Warships. Recently I was asked by one of our clan members if I could do some reviews from some of his games, so I just clicked on, I think I said it's the first one. So this might be more of a player review series where it's me trying to give more helpful critiquing advice. He's playing the Tier 8 British Destroyer Lightning here on Two Brothers in Domination mode and randoms. And he said that he's having a little issue when it comes to making up his mind regarding earlier positioning. And I'm going to turn this down because I feel like it's a bit loud. Positioning. And then what was the other thing he said? Or just like lopsided losses, so to speak. So, all right, so I don't know. Maybe you were away from your computer there because I was like, why are we not going full speed? But it's like, maybe it's just there. We got pauses, or the space is the pause. All right. Okay, I was like, so I'll try to do my best to give good advice overall. Positive reviewing here. All right, so you're Lightning. You are a bit of a hybrid destroyer, right? You've got, what is it? The 8 torpedoes, I think. I'm spacing right now. You've got the short hydro range, but long duration, so 3 kilometers. You've got the what am I saying? You have the short duration smoke screens with a fast cooldown time, and long hydro with a short range. English. Your AA's off. That's good to see. You don't have any CVs. You have a submarine. You're top tier, so that's really good. Now, it's not so Jutland do you get any heals, so that makes this line more forgiving once you get the Jutland and Daring. So you're diving the cap, probably fine. There's no CV. Submarine is on the 1 line on our team, so possible you're gonna have a submarine coming up from the enemy team here. So just be mindful that sub's either gonna go for the cap or he's gonna go for the 1 line as well. So I see your cat torping here already. I see you're torping kind of the channel over here. I honestly, if I were you, I would have waited and to see if something ended up popping up, because you get this happening a lot. You get people, they step on the cap and they just smoke up. So then your torps would have been better suited to torp the Benson. I would probably go ahead and open up here. You're at a kited out angle. You can play with your speed. I mean, you can go ahead and move away. And as soon as this Benson shoots, I would smoke. So the Benson wasn't firing or anything. So now that you've smoked up, he won't be visible because you were the ones spotting him. So I would have waited to see if you could have baited the shot before smoking up, because now you don't have line of sight. Okay, so yeah, so you know, as soon as you step out of this smoke screen, right, you know the Benson's still there. So you know, you have 1 turret available, but you don't have the other 2. I still would have kind of kept going to the side here. You're fine to do that, to keep engaging the Benson, and let's see if he ends up shooting here to help you out. Let's see, I just saw him use his DCP. So he's not shot again, right? So you got a defended ribbon, but your smoke screen, again, is working against you here. So I think your smoke was early. It wasn't really needed. Yeah, so I would have just picked that engagement and then see if the Benson would have shot, and then you would could have opened up. So yeah, at this point, I probably myself, I would have circled back into the left over here. That's the direction the Benson's heading. And you had something else smoke up here. So we don't know what that is yet. So it'd be a little bit safer to come more over to this direction. but it's okay. It's just personal preference here. This can be fine as well. You just have to be mindful that there's a threat over here, and you're moving into the King George, and you're moving into the Baron, and there's the Akatsuki, right? And your smoke's 21 seconds off of cooldown time. So yeah, so it would have been better if you would have rotated this way, because when we saw that smoke screen earlier, it's like, wait, who's there? We don't know, and now you have these 3 full health ships pushing on you. So, what do you do in this situation? Well, a little bit of a challenge. I see you're thinking about the torps. The Akatsuki, he doesn't have any smoke. He just burned it all. So just keep shooting him. You don't need to torp him. Yeah, he's reversing there. He wants to go back into cover. So you just have to aim accordingly. Now, thankfully, all this smoke is actually helping you out right now. So that's good. That could have been worse. Let's see. Your torps are only 8 kilometers. So I see you're kind of, looks like you're taking that into account here. Honestly, if you shoot here, nothing will spot you. You have Akatsuki smoke screen. You have smoke screen here at A. I would just keep shooting. I would be shooting the King George. Get some resets off. Switch over to Baron. Get some resets off. So you're not vulnerable unless the Akatsuki hops back out, right? And you're ready for it now if he does, because your smoke's up again. Okay, you dumped run rack off. I'm guessing you're just doing that in case Akatsuki noses out again. So now, yeah, you can't shoot because Baron will spot you. But you're reversing onto the cap, so that's good. If I was in this situation, I would reverse onto the cap. At least I'm assuming that's what you're going to fall through with. I would also say try using your right mouse key to free look. So, you know, as you're backing up, right, you can just keep your guns locked onto this position because all your threats are this way. So when you're looking away, it just means it's longer delay time to re-engage, you know, if the Akatsuki pushes out. And I'm not sure you keep. I'm being like really critiquing the small things here. I hope you don't think I'm going overboard. But you know, you're going back and forth between stop and full reverse. Like you could have just been going full the whole time. You don't have to worry about eating any torpedoes from the Akatsuki. If you can't see him, he can't torp you, right? But I would only reverse so far, which you've done good. You're staying here in this nook. That's nice. You've had your Hydro going, so even if he did torp you, you'd be okay. But now your Hydro is down. So now I would be paying attention to the threat of the Akatsuki. All the other ships are outside of your range, right? They're all too far for you to shoot. So, and we can see that you're capping, right? So that means Akatsuki's actually left the cap. So he's probably reversed further back. He knows you're a threat, I'm guessing. So he wants to stay away from you. Yeah, he's going back to C. Now I would definitely start opening up on Benson. Maybe you were considering it there. Yeah, open up on Benson. Yeah, shoot Benson. Alright, there you go. Well, you might get the kill here. Yeah, there you go. Alright, now. Don't smoke up. The only thing that's your big threat right now is King George with his HE. But don't smoke up. And you don't need a DCP right now, so don't do that. Okay. I don't know if that was the best use of the DCP. Like, you could have just opened up more distance, right? So your DCP is now on cooldown. He just pinged you again, right? He's using probably homing torpedoes here, yeah. Because I would have waited till I had visual confirmation there were torps coming at me as I'm sailing away, and I would have used my DCP here, bait the torps to the left, and I would have turned back, or in your direction, right? I would bait the torps this way, DCP, and then swing back this way. You can kill the speed, because the longer you keep sailing forward, the more time you're giving the torps, right? So if can I go back? No. Yeah. So the British torpedoes on submarines are slow. So basically, once those torpedoes were already up, kind of look like they're going to pass you almost, if you will. As you keep sailing away, you're giving the torps more time to curve back into you, which isn't great, right? So then they ends up nuking you like that. So definitely would to say the DCP for when I had visual confirmation of the torps, because the DCP lasts so short on a destroyer that boom, like instantly he just pings you again, and now what do, right? So it seems non-intuitive to stop, but stopping would have just let those torps kind of curve around past your bow, and you would have been fine there. Okay, let's, we got time. I can do another one. So let me hop to the next replay now. Okay, so we're back now. We're going to look at matchmaking. You've got tier 8, 9s, and 7s. Let's see, you've got a triple division of the Hawks at 23 Kunibert, Jarsfeld with the CV. So we have CV. Lightning sucks for AA, right? So we want to try to avoid CV engagement as much as possible. Assuming maybe your A is still off. What is the AA range? Can I even tell right now? No, it's telling me. Okay, yeah, you got them enabled. Great. So that's really good to see. So like very nice on that. I think the AA range is short on Lightning. Maybe I'm wrong. I have a hard time remembering, but I just know the A is not good on Lightning. It's been a while since I played this bow. All right, so you talked about kind of positioning early on. So here, you're the only DD on this flank right now. Your spotting will be very important to your team, right? So you've got a CV at play. You've got 3 destroyers, 2 of which are in a division together with the Hawk. So then I'm thinking, okay, if I see Hawk in the background, I know that their DDs will be here as well. So you want to start looking. It kind of help give you some discernment here. Kunibert, not that big of a threat. Z23 and Mahan, they can definitely do some damage to you here. So yeah, so the CV is already dropping fighters. So yeah, keep your distance for now. That's good to see. You know, honestly, because of the CV at play, I don't think I would be too much of a hurry to get on the cap here myself. Like, I might consider fishing out a little bit more down in this area here on the map. See if the other destroyers make a move on that cap first before going for A. Because there's no need... who's over here? Oh, it's Nagato. So there's no need to instantly jump on the cap. Like sometimes you can let the DD, enemy DD take it first, and then just let him move off, and then you come in. So it helps avoid some conflict here. Okay, so you've got the Mahan here. You spotted him. The Mahan doesn't have concealment. So this works good for you. Nagato's just fired. I'll try not to pause it too much. Yeah, kind of waiting. I would be debating my options. I would actually take the engagement now. See the Mahan, I don't think he has Survivability Expert. 11,700 versus 18,700 hit points. So I would pick that engagement, and I would also then turn out this way, swing my guns to the other side of the ship, so I can be more, yeah, you're doing it. So I'm not as big of a, don't have to worry about Nagato possibly getting a good salvo off on me. Yeah, so I think you would have been okay to be aggressive here. One of the great things about these British destroyers is you can slow down, but you have built-in propulsion, right? Like you can juke shots, this and the other. Yeah, I'd definitely take the shot now. Now, I'm also going to critique you here. I wouldn't be doing single launch torpedoes. I would do the fan. So you fired 5 of them. Okay, well maybe Mahan just smokes up right there. Like, then it works out. But I would have done the fan, like I would have overlapped them on each other, like one here and then one over here possibly. So let's see if this Mahan does like a deer in the headlights kind of moment here. It looks like he's possibly moving. Yeah, he's moving over there, right? Yeah. Oh, is he going to move back into them? Yeah, I would have already activated the hydro. Good that you've got it going now. Yeah, so if you would have fanned them out here and here, you probably actually got some torpedo hits. So the other thing that gives you away is that when you look at the list here, okay, the other destroyers are dead. Unless the Hughes can single launch torpedoes, which I don't think it can, like, he should have information that, oh, it's the Lightning over here, right? So, but because that DD's here, you provided spotting of the torps, possibly helping out your team. You're not doing a whole lot right now, honestly. You can see the CV actually is still flying through the cap. Your Hydro, actually, I would bully the Mahan. I would go push that smoke and keep him lit. I think your gunfire, smoke fire penalty range is what, 2.5 maybe 2.6. And you could just light him up on Hydro, park and smoke up and shoot him. Because he's still bow into you, so he's gonna have a hard time getting away. And you want to smoke up mainly because of these guys down here. But actually, the Nagato's disengaging. So yeah, definitely go bully that Mahan. He got spotted, so you know he's there. You go ahead and turn your AA on. Yeah, go ahead and engage him. Yeah, you can just keep selling straight. Get away from the torps. Okay, I don't know why you smoked there. There's no need. These guys are outside your smoke fire penalty range, and you could have just used this smoke to your advantage, right? You're single launching torps again here. I usually, to be honest, I only really single launch torps with the British DDs unless there's like a cruiser sitting on the corner of an island, or I'm yellowing someone, or I'm really confident I'm gonna land those torps. But I would actually, you know, the DD's running away. I would go ahead and step over to A. If you hadn't used your smoke, you would have it to help you with the Parseval, who's going to plane spot you again, because your AA is still on. Yeah, now you're going back and forth between prioritizing A sector and whatnot. You're going to step out. I don't know if I would have kind of continued to step out here, because you're just kind of inviting these guys to shoot you. Good that you stop there. Also, when you're visible coming out from behind an island like that, like, it just opens up things for the Mahan to, like, you know, he torps you thinking you might get lucky here. So now, you know, your smoke would have been really helpful in this situation. It looks like you're going to juke the Teng She. Your propulsion's also helping you out avoid the torps, so that's great. You would have gone dark anyhow if you... This smoke was good if you decide to stay there and shoot. No. Okay. You have to work on your timing your smokes better. You seem to use them more out of a panicked response. It looks like this game's about over. Maybe I can do another one. It seems like it's more of a knee-jerk reaction, so to speak. And to be honest, like, when I don't know how new you are to playing WoWs, like, I had a little bit of that myself. But, you know, now because, you know, we saw Benson, you know, or the Mahan, you didn't end up taking really the engagement early on. Shoot the Mahan, shoot Mahan. So... You know, even that you didn't shoot the Mahan earlier, I would start contesting that cap now, because you guys are bleeding on points. You have 31,000 spotting, but it would have been more, like, now it's going to be really difficult for you to cap A, because your team's really backing off, and these guys should probably take the initiative, and they're all going to push A now. Is the torpedo lock-on bugged? I'm guessing it is. Okay, your AA's off, because the CV is going for you, right? Yep, spotted. Let's see if Teng Shi responds. If Teng Shi should go bow in. Okay, yeah, that's a good smoke. That's a good smoke. CV dropped fighters on you, right? And he's torping you, so that was a good use of a smoke screen there. Now, I'm guessing the Teng Shi's probably going to push in on you here. I would start shooting that Nagato. And I would be turning your AA on to deal with the fighters that are still above you. So when you step out of the smoke screen, you're going to be lit instantly, right? Yep. You step out of smoke screen, the fighters are still there, and that's still there. Yeah. Now, thankfully, when you get to Jutland, Jutland's more forgiving because you have the heals. It's a nicer play, but yeah, shoot Mahan, shoot Mahan, shoot Mahan, shoot Mahan. There you go. Nope, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You gotta get Mahan knocked out. You're about to lose. Don't worry about Mr. CV. I'll get all the guns on Mahan. All the guns on Mahan. He's being so dumb right now. I mean, he doesn't have conceal, so that's not helping him out. Get all your guns on Mahan. All the guns. All the guns. Yeah, I'd say... Okay, why are you looking away? You gotta get the Mahan. Shoot the Mahan. Just kill the Mahan. You've got hit points. You can spare them. You're fine. Get all the guns on Mahan. Yeah, so I would already have turned... I would have swung my nose back in already here. Or at least had all your guns going on Mahan here. Because you need to get him knocked out. Your team's at 15 points. So the longer he stays alive, the more that this game will end up being 0-pointed on you guys. And when you're playing this further at range, what I don't understand when you keep looking away. There's no need to look away. Mahan is your priority #1. There's no one shooting. You don't, even if Mahan lands a couple lucky shots on you, like, you're fine. Yeah, 0-pointed. So, I mean, maybe you sort of been 0-pointed even with a Mahan kill. Yeah. So I think you need to work on... what I'm seeing, I think, overall, to sum up, is... I think you said this in your message, you seem to be struggling with positioning and destroyer engagement. You seem very hesitant to take on fights with enemy ships. You smoke kind of out of a knee-jerk reaction. And it just seems like you're just not sure where you should be on the board. So, so this is what I'll do. I'll do another video. You've sent me 5 replays. I'll do another 2 replays, assuming how long they are. And we'll do a part 2. And I'll try to focus more on coaching you on positioning. So for me, it's kind of analyzing, taking things apart of how you're playing right now. But hey, thank you for feeling comfortable to send me these replays to go with that. Now, for those who may comment on this video, you know, don't be a dick. There's no need to be a jerk here. He wants to improve himself, and this is the best kind of a way for all of us to learn together. Like, when I was a newer player, like, I feel very similar to Sleepy Salmon here. I mean, I don't know how long you've been in the game, how long you've been playing, but this reminds me a lot of my earlier play in WoW. So all of us here at some point. So yeah, let me do a part 2, and I'll focus on your positioning. And I think that's the big thing. And I'll try to walk through more of that positioning here. So anyhow, if you liked this video, give a thumbs up. If you didn't, give a thumbs down. Subscribe if you want to see more. If you're subscribed, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for my Patreon supporters. And until next time, take care.